Hi, I'm Alexandre Alfonsi, one of the founding partners of Axonia Partners. We are a boutique based in Paris doing M&A and placement work. And I have the chance to be with Yvonne Bakkum, who's the investment officer at FMO Investment Management. Yvonne, could you say a few words about the FMO Investment Management initiative? What is this new initiative all about?
Okay, well, I became director of FMO Investment Management 2 months ago. We're setting it up as a new line of business for FMO. I have been director of private equity for the last 5.5 years, so this is sort of a natural extension. What we're going to try to do is match FMO's expertise, making sustainable investments in frontier emerging markets with institutional investor appetite by offering them some selected propositions where FMO will be acting as investment manager.
Thank you. And so you've been with the FMO for the last 5 years, especially looking at the African market. How has it changed during that period of time?
It has changed a lot. There was really a significant evolution. When I joined our private equity team 5.5 years ago, we were already investing in private equity, but we had made very few direct investments and even fewer fund investments in Africa. So really as of 2007, 2008, the market really picked up and we made a lot of commitments to new promising managers, and by now the African portfolio is the largest in our private equity portfolio.
And would you say it's a good time to invest in Africa now?
Yes, I certainly think so. Especially when you're new to the African continent, I think a fund-of-fund approach is very wise because you can get access to a diversified pool of high-quality managers selected by people who've done this before and know what to look for. The market has really matured. There is sufficient pool of quality managers to choose from. And that I think is very important for institutional investors to take a market seriously.
Interesting. So we're here in Casablanca, but Africa is a big continent. How do you go about selecting managers in Africa? Do you look at them on a regional basis, on a country-specific basis? What will be your take? What would you be recommending to your investors?
Yeah, I think key in the whole investment approach is diversification, because of course everybody knows that not all the countries in Africa have always been totally stable. So in order to diversify the political risk, it's good to be present in several countries. That's also what we do, and we invest in funds that have a pan-African approach, a regional approach, a single country approach, but also our direct investments, we like to spread them. Of course, certain countries are very promising, but still relatively underdeveloped in terms of the financial infrastructure. And there we would carefully explore the market. For instance, in Zimbabwe, Ethiopia, those two countries are very high growth countries with a promising private equity profile, but still, of course, very early days.
Interesting. And is there anything different when you look at a private equity fund manager in Africa? Is there anything different than in any other part of the world, or based on your experience?
Yes, well, the fundamentals I think are very similar. Of course, private equity is the same sort of instrument wherever you go. The market circumstances are different. I think in Africa there probably is a larger challenge to find companies with high quality management teams. So you need fund managers that really have good networks and know how to investigate the opportunities. It's very important that you partner with the right people of good integrity, well connected but not overly politically connected. All these sort of things, you really need good local teams to sort that out.
And one thinks about Africa, obviously there are growth opportunities. What are there higher returns that you would expect from those markets, given the relative state of the private equity industry versus other parts of the world?
Yes, I think that makes it an interesting timing to enter the African market. Valuations are still relatively low because there is simply less money flowing around. And that goes for a good opportunity.
All right. Yvonne, thank you very much, and all the best with the FMO Investment Management.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.